current transmission fluid temp is 32 degrees. So we'll get this thing warmed up a little bit. She's a dirty girl too. So in the last video, I wasn't happy with the shifts. I asked you guys if you wanted me to record a test drive once the roads were dry, so I could really test out the transmission, and a ton of you said yes, so here we are. What I plan to do is just drive it around, get it warmed up, do a couple wide open throttle pulls, see how it shifts, if it shifts. That's what I'm worried about, is tagging the rev limiter and not wanting to shift. But we're going to do that, and then we're going to take it back to the house, put it back up on jack stands, and you know, check the fluid level, because it's entirely possible that after I drove it, it pulled more fluid through the system, and you know, maybe we're a little low on fluid. So the three things I could think of that would have, you know, be causing the kind of sloppy 1-2 shift is that, low on fluid, or possibly just the new torque converter with the little bit of extra stall is eating the shift a little bit. Or then the last one is, you know, it could be in the tune, because I reverted back to the stock tune before I put this transmission in, because that's what I was told to do. And you know, we may want to up the shift speed a little bit in the tune. Or it could just be all in my head, because I'm so used to driving the twin turbo Camaro with the full manual valve body that shifts like a beast. And I don't know, guys, hell, even my Avalanche shifts harder on the 1-2 shift than this thing did the last time we drove it after we put the new transmission in. So hopefully it's something minor. Oh yeah, and we also got to check on that little leak at the bell housing, see if that's gotten any worse or not. It may not have been a leak, it may just be residual fluid. That's what I'm really hoping for. But we got to get this thing up to temp before I start beating on it real good. Nope, that's not good. That's not good at all. That was a 3/4 throttle, not even 3/4 throttle shift, and it flared like crazy. Alright, we're not gonna beat on it yet, guys. I'm just gonna drive it around real gentle, get the fluid warmed up, and then we're gonna take it back to the house, get it on stands, and make sure it's full of fluid. I did not like that at all. Not one freaking bit. Alright, we're under the car. Obviously it's not taking any more fluid. I tried to pump about a half a quart into it, and it's just spitting it right back out. So the transmission was definitely full on fluid. Also, I didn't really have any more residual drip right here, but somehow I have residual transmission fluid coming from behind our cover right here. So basically what I'm doing right now, guys, I'm gonna let this thing sit here and drip and while it's running, because that's pretty much how you get the fluid level. I'm just gonna let it stop, and then I'm gonna put the drain plug back in it. We're gonna take it for one more road test. We're gonna do wide open throttle pulls, and we're gonna see what happens. To say I'm not happy right now would be the understatement of the century. And yes, the car was level. All right, fluid temp is 178 degrees now, so we're definitely warmed up. at this point, what have we got to lose? If it bounces the rev limiter on the wide open throttle shift, I'll just let off. Now that was actually a good 1, 2, and 2, 3 shift. I don't know what's going on. Like I said, it didn't take any more fluid, guys. Like I tried to pump a half a quart into it, and it just, you know, puked it all right back out. So it wasn't low on fluid. Got construction that way, we'll go this way. All right, here we go. We're gonna start right here and do a wide open 1, 2. Never mind, we're gonna spin is what we're gonna do. All right, here we go. Oh, now she's gonna act right? Okay, what the hell, man? I don't get this. I don't get it. I don't freaking get it. So we're gonna flare shift at half throttle, which is definitely not good for the clutches. But we're gonna nail a perfect 1, 2 at wide open throttle. I don't get it. Somebody please fill me in. Acting like it's shifting right. Did it just need me to beat on it to line something up or loose? Guys, I don't know. Let me know. Let me know, because now it seems like it's shifting correctly. And again, I did not add any fluid. Like, it puked every bit of the fluid back out that I put in. I do not understand what's going on here. Just went second, or I mean, just went second. It just went sideways, hitting second. I do not understand. Like, I really don't understand what's going on here, guys. Like, I'm gonna have to call RPM because I don't get this. I don't get why it was acting shitty, and I have done nothing. Like, all I did when I was trying to drive it normal, it was shifting like garbage. And then I freaking get on it and beat on it a little bit, and it starts acting right. I don't get it. I do not understand. But it just downshifted, spun the tires at 30. Now, it is cold outside, guys, but it spun the tires at 30. Got a little sideways when it found second, and then felt like it hit the next gear pretty good there. I don't know what's going on. All I can do is drive it, guys, and tell you what I'm feeling. That's all I can do. I'm going to turn around and give it the beans one more time. Well, probably more than one more time. I mean, that was a really solid 1, 2 shift at wide open throttle. I mean, is it possible that, I don't know, I had to loosen, like something had to loosen up or something? Or does it just, is this transmission just not gonna like being driven like a grandma? Because that's how my wife's gonna drive it. I can tell you that much right now. That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. Okay, those were snappy. I don't know, guys. This is weird. It's like it's acting like we're not in overdrive, we're in D3, so. Is there a difference now? I don't know, guys. I don't know what all they did to this transmission. I really don't. Let's do normal drive here. That was a good shift. Okay. All right. I mean, I think it's okay. I think it's okay. I don't know, guys. Maybe something just had to loosen up. Because now, here we're going to overdrive. Maybe something had to loosen up because now even the park throttle shifts seem to be acting better. Ever since I floored it that first time, now the park throttle's acting right. So I don't know, guys. I'm not a transmission expert. I don't know. I just know what I want it to feel like and what I think it should feel like. Well, you guys saw the footage. It seems like everything's worked out. The car's actually shifting good now. And I have no idea what caused the original issues. So after I did the test drive video, the wife and I actually took the car up in the mountains. We drove it around for like 2 hours. It shifted perfect. I'm not sure what the original issue was, guys. I mean, you saw in the last video, the shifting was really sloppy. It was actually flare shifting. And then again, in the beginning of this video, it was flare shifting. It wasn't low on fluid. If you remember in the install video, I had about a quart of fluid left in this jug after we filled it up with the other jug, and I tried to pump about half of that quart into the transmission, and that's that half quart right there in that pan. I mean, it spit it all back out. So it wasn't low on fluid, and the only thing I can think is maybe possibly a check ball or something in the valve body. Maybe it was jammed or gunked up, and when the pressure increased, when I did that first wide open throttle pull, maybe it increased pressure and whatever was stuck got unstuck. But it's shifting perfect now. I mean, even at park throttle, it's still making like really snappy quick shifts. As a matter of fact, I got up this morning and I wanted to rule out the fact that maybe it was because it was cold, and that's why I put this video off for another day. I wanted to drive it stone cold. So I got up first thing this morning and the trans temp was like 32 degrees. It was pretty cold out there. And I drove it cold, and it actually, on a half throttle shift, it knocked the tires loose when it shifted into second. So it's, guys, it's shifting good, even park throttle now. So I don't know. If you guys have a suggestion what could have been causing the mushy shifts in the very beginning, feel free to let me know. I mean, I'd kind of like to know myself, but all I know is the thing's shifting perfect now. Park throttle shifts, I think the converter is eating it. Like if you're feather footing it, it's just, you know, it's still a quick shift, but there's no bump to it. And again, I think that's because the converter's kind of eating the shift a little bit at that low of an RPM. But anything half throttle and up is nice and snappy. Full throttle, it's kicking the ass end out, guys, doing exactly what I wanted it to do. So I'm pretty happy now, and I just want to give a huge shout out to RPM. Apparently the transmission's doing great. The TCI converter seems to be doing good. It's locking up. I don't know what else to say, guys. I mean, again, it seems like it might be a little bit looser than what it's advertised, but it's perfect. The wife drove the car. She likes it. Everything's good. I do want to say, if you just happen to find this video, if you check out the videos before it, you know, we did a full install video, a full removal video. So if you're needing to know how to put a transmission in a C5 Corvette, check out the videos right before this. As a matter of fact, at the end of this video, I'll just go ahead and put those two videos on the end screen. So if you want to check those out, you can just wait till the end screen and click on that. But the Chinavette's back in action. That's the bottom line. We probably will take it to the track here pretty soon, and, you know, just make a couple passes in it, see if it hits sixes now. But for the time being, I've actually got something else in my garage to deal with, and that's my son's new car, this little turbo Chevy Cruze. So I might do a little video on that. I know it's not what you're used to seeing on this channel, but I mean, it is turbocharged. It's just not a LS, so stay tuned for that. I've got a lot of work to do with this car, and I'm just going to tell you right now, guys, I'm not going to waste more than one video on this Cruze. So don't worry about me doing some long drug out build. There is a lot of little stuff wrong with this car. I'll go over it in the next video, but until then, thanks for watching. Now get out in the garage, get something done, and I'll see you next time here on Bad Luck Garage.